Wear my Louis Vuitton, but even with nothing on, bet I made you look. I made you look.
Now, as an obstetrics doctor, I don't judge anyone. You can do what you want with your body and your baby, but if you are posting something harmful online, I'm going to have some comments. So here we have someone who is pregnant who's having a bit of sushi or maybe eating some deli meats. The comment section of that post was pretty brutal. One even said, if you do things that harm your baby, maybe you shouldn't be a parent. Now, let's talk about this, because most people aren't doing these things, making their choices to do things that aren't recommended in pregnancy in order to make a statement. They're just trying to find a bit of normality in a really intense time. So I want to talk about what the actual risks are and why we have this advice for pregnant people. So yes, these guidelines are there for a reason. We advise limiting, for example, your caffeine to 200 milligrams a day because high levels have been associated with miscarriage and low birth weights in some studies. We talk about avoiding raw seafood and soft cheese because they carry a slightly higher risk of infections like listeria or toxoplasmosis, which can harm a developing baby. But here's the thing, the risks of all these things are still low, and so a lot of what we say in maternity care is about reducing small risks. Now, there's no perfect pregnancy, and we also know that during this time your baby is in many ways being imprinted by you. How their environment does influence their life. So their first environment is really amazing and it's important. But that doesn't mean that you've got to live in a bubble for 10 months, and there are safe ways of enjoying certain things, like you can drink small amounts of caffeine within the limits, or you could eat cooked sushi, for example. Because here's the other part that no one talks about. Pregnancy is long, and constantly living under fear, shame, or scrutiny for every sip or bite can be mentally exhausting. So here is my view as a doctor and as a parent. My job is to give you evidence-based advice, to explain the why of why we recommend things. But your job is to make the decisions that work for you with that information in hand. It's not a test that you have to pass to prove that you're a good parent. So eating a piece of sushi doesn't mean you're careless. It means that you are in charge of your own body and you get to make the choices based on the evidence and also the things that matter to you in your life. So how far did you go with the rules in your pregnancy?